Alright. Okay. I think that's everything. Possibly. Just gonna finish eating my cracker. Good morning. Good morning. I haven't even announced myself. I'm just getting started. Oh my god. The unorganization. Here we go. I'll just retweet yesterday's tweet. That should go over well, right? That'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's see. Quote tweet. At large again. They'll never catch me. I think I'm funny. Alright. Sound seems to be good. Music seems to be good. We're good. Alright. Alright. We'll wait for... Let's see, do that. Home. Put that. Link below. There we go. Wait for the thumbnail to show up. Hit tweet. There we go. Done and done. For the most part. Let me announce to my own people here. Announcements. Live in front of a camera again. What am I doing? How do I do this? Why do I do this? We'll never know. All right. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. I think that's everything. All right. Sheesh. Oh my god. Here we go. Where's this? goes the chaos on your end of the woods. Feels like forever since we chatted. I miss you. I miss talking. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how he's turning out. We are so close to done. So very close. It's kind of stupid how close we are. Oh, I should move my mic. Give me a sec. Okay, that should be better. Hopefully you can hear me better. Welcome in, Monarch. Hope you're doing alright. We're so close to this guy being done. Okay. Can't wait for being myself again. Oh man. Also like breathing out of your own nose. Oxygen. He's quite vascular. I've been having a lot of fun with that. He's got good blood flow. So, that's not what I meant. Now it feels awkward to hold him at this angle, you guys. You're terrible. Bullying me with my own monsters? Who would have thought? Okay. Me causing trouble? Nah, never. Well, I hope you're enjoying yourself. At least 13 isn't here to clip my shit. Can you guys hear the music at all, by the way? Every time I stream, the audio changes, and everybody's like, I can't hear it. I'm like, I swear, each time I stream, I pull it up, or I turn it up, and it's just, it's not. It's fine. So is your mic. Okay, awesome. I just never know. Oh, thank you. And welcome in. Yeah. This, actually, let me advertise this a little bit. This is actually a temporary tattoo. I was testing things out. I wanted to see if maybe it was something that I wanted to make or sell. There we go. Focus. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. There we go. There we go. Oh, for a second. I don't know why. It'll focus and then it'll be like, nah, I don't think I will. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff. I've got this one. This was just a test run. I don't know why it turned out blue. I think it was in my printer settings. Whoopsie. But yeah, so this is another one. This is another one. Two-headed beetle. This demon head. And then, I don't know, to fill some space, I just had some eyeballs. Thank you. So yeah, last night I printed it out on some tattoo paper, and I was just like, you know, and it's like a, you know, it's a temporary tattoo. It feels like a sticker on your skin, but it's still fun. Oh, we're focusing for like more than half a second. Holy shit. Look at that. Yeah, you can make your own. I was thinking about selling them in my shop. I wasn't sure if it's something somebody wanted to do. This I applied last night, and it still looks pretty gorgeous. There's some, like, edge pulling up here and stuff like that, but it's a temporary tattoo, so, like, it's just for shits and giggles. So, like, it lasted the night of me tossing and turning in bed. So this is it. This is overnight. This is what it looks like, so. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm happy with it. It's fun. Like, it's still, like, any areas where there's gonna be, like, I've got really loose flesh, so, you know, I have to house a big nasty smog. But yeah, so let's just, you know, that's what my skin normally is like, so yeah, I think it looks cool. Looks pretty rad, if you ask me. So yeah, those might be going up in the shop. I might do like little sticker or temporary tattoo packets. I don't know, maybe these 3 for $12. I think that's fair enough, yeah. Because I've seen like people like selling like a single tattoo like this for like $8 to $12. Just this one alone in the stores, and I'm like, there's no heckin' way. That's stupid. So I'm just like, what about 3 for that same price? Fuck you, wholesale. It's amazing that this is the one thing that wholesale is like charging out the ass for, is temporary tattoos. That boggles my mind. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. That's the one thing I'm just like, that's the one thing I will charge less for. Because, like, yeah, the paper's, like, a little bit on the expensive side, but, like, calm down. Totally buy a buggy pack. Awesome. Yeah, I've got a couple other moths that I want to add in there. I've got another beetle on the way that I'm working on. I work on right before bed, so I just lay in bed and I doodle it. Let me see if I can pull it up. See here. Oh, I've got a beetle and I've got a spider. So here's the spider. It's gonna have a person's face on the abdomen. So that's the original sketch. Working on the line art right now. So that's what that's gonna look like. And then the beetle. The beetle's gonna be pretty long. It's gonna be kind of like this one. It's gonna be kind of long. But yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna make this one spooky yet, but but yeah, I also want them to be like kind of large. Maybe I'll make them into stickers too. Because like these would be pretty damn cool stickers if you ask me. I want to print them on like a iridescent paper maybe, I think. Like a pearly or an iridescent, or maybe a black glitter. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I've been working on off stream. I'm gonna put a poll up on my Patreon and my Coffee accounts and ask my followers what they would like. But yeah, where was I? Okay. So right now I'm mostly hunting for boogers, which are just these little like rolls of clay that look like they don't belong. for the clicky clacky creepy. That would be really cool, actually. He kind of does remind, like, people have been saying he reminds them of the clicker from Hellraiser, which kind of gives me the happy feelings because that thing is one of my favorite movie monsters, and he gets passed by a lot, I feel like. Anybody see the new Hellraiser movie? You see how they did the clicker dirty? Or the chatterer, excuse me. Clickers from a different series. Okay. Well, I hope you're not as attached to the chatterer as I am. That's all I'm gonna say. I know. Same. He's very hot. I don't know if I'd personally go that far, but to each their own, and I fully understand because he has an aesthetic, and I'm just like, mwah, I love it. The eyeless look, I'm a huge fan, obviously. No idea. You know what? I think this guy might be done. How cool is that? He's not perfect, but I don't need him to be. Yeah, just gonna coat the rest of him in this and then do the edges and we'll call him done. This is just gonna make sure that if there are any boogers left that they blend in with the rest and they don't stick out awkwardly. Pretty proud with how he turned out. Liza Bear, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Pull up a stump. The fire is warm. Make yourself comfortable. We're just finishing up on this guy. He's basically done. Does it only make the creepy sound for subbing the first time? You know, I don't think so. I think it does it anytime you do it. Or at least it should. And if it's not, I'm sorry. Okay. We're gonna have to do some juggling with some wires here. Give me a second. Okay, you need to... because this is where things get a little complicated. Alright. Sorry if there's any banging sounds. Okay, alright, okay. You go up. Welcome in, savor the pickles. Oh my god, I'm still waking up. Pixels. Ugh, I'm so sorry. Thank you for the follow. Pull up a stump. The fire is warm. The hot cider is indeed hot. We are getting ready. There we go. To do some craziness. Okay. So move you over here. Out of the way. You wanted to know what my work area looked like? This is it. Let me mute this while I move this. Okay, we're back. The war continues, indeed. Welcome in, Professor Oaks. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. And Yui! Yui, how are you doing? We got the same mic. This is a good mic. I like this mic. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that he's not symmetrical, but we're going to try and make these edges look somewhat professional. That's what we're working on right now. I feel like the cassettes aren't used for listening to. They are not. And in fact, I'm happy that some of you even recognize what they are. So I had an idea. I had an idea for these. Oh god. Oh my gosh. I didn't even look at what I ordered. Okay. Alright, these are interesting. Either way. So I had an idea. I was like, you know what? It'd be really cool if I could sell like more little trinkets and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, what if I sold magnets of haunted tapes? So I'm gonna see how this goes. I bought a couple backups just in case. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mold of a cassette tape. And I'm gonna actually like make a little like tape label thing for the side and just like make it look like, you know, generic 80s tape label. And then I'm gonna just like take some duct tape or some paper or something like that, or just take a Sharpie and just write haunted on it and sell them as magnets. So yeah, that's what's happening with those. So when I finish up lining the mold line for this guy's head, I will mold not only his head, but some tapes for some haunted magnets, because that's fun. Welcome in, Pippin. Yes, indeed. So yeah, this guy is pretty much done. We're just making the edges all pretty, and then we're gonna make the mold walls, and then, yeah, and then he's pretty much done. And if I get him done, like, before stream today, then all I gotta do is go shopping after stream. So that's fun. Actually, maybe...
got lunch recovered. Pip after his surgery. He's taking a big nap right now. Poor baby. What's the Twitch link? It is, what is it? Twitch.tv slash. If my friend decides to show up, it's going to be a very big treat. Okay, yes. www. Come on. Not uppercase. www.twitch.tv/. There we go. Does that take me to my stream? Testing the link. Okay, cool. There we go. We'll see if he shows up. He might be at work today. Who knows? Okay. Oh, poor sleepy baby. Okay. Sorry if I'm a bit quiet today. I'm just so focused and excited to have this done. I didn't think I would have this done for like at least another couple days. I did not think I would hit the good enough benchmark. Now the fun part. Summoning a sip. Alright, sounds good. I will take a drink of Wawa. Here we go. I'm doing well. Oh, I'm stripping too. Gosh, you guys are on it today. Let me fill up my water. Then I'll do a stretch. There we go. Stretching, unshrimping, just for a little bit anyways. Oh, I'm doing alright. We are just now finishing up this bad boy, which right now it looks like he's got a halo on him, but we're working on the mold walls for him. Yes. There's something that I like to do when I'm in the doorway is like I'll put my hands on either side of the door frame and I'll just have my feet kind of further behind me and I'll just lean in like this and like push my shoulders and head through the doorway, and it does a really wonderful chest stretch. It's amazing. People wonder why I draw hands so well. I literally just observe my hands. Like right now, one of the things that I notice is just the little markings around each knuckle. And then when I press like this, you see like the fatty flesh lump right here. Like I always notice that. Because it happens if you... different kinds of fists cause that little thing to be highlighted here. A little fatty lump right here. Muscle. I just observe my hand in shadow and light. Having two different light sources really helps, because then that shadow really kind of draws a line. And then the lines right here where the tendons pull back on the wrist. And then I learned that, I think it was by doing, yeah, the vein or this tendon here does a little zigzag. And it sometimes will travel up and down the bone here. It feels really weird. Probably. It's just so round. I always refer to things that are like round as like fat. I don't know why, because it's soft and squishy and doesn't really like flex at all. It's just kind of there, but it's probably muscle. You're probably right. I haven't looked at a hand diagram or muscular anatomy page in a really long time. But yeah, I just look at my own hand and the veins that come through here and the tendons. especially that one right there. And this little bone here. I love drawing that bone, that little lump right there. Yeah, I just look at that stuff. Nice. Yeah, this stuff still kind of leaves a waxy, slightly tacky residue. Not nearly as bad as other putties that I've used, or clays that I've used. This stuff is like relatively nice to my skin, but it still kind of leaves a slight residue. Hated Sculpey for always turning my hands a color. Oh, they did? Blech. Sorry if you guys can't see while I do this. I gotta get the supports in. All right, take care, Pippin. Good luck with your day. Okay, so we didn't need this one. That's good. Rude. Stay up there. time 97,421. Welcome in. Pull up a stump. Make yourself comfortable. We're just finishing up the mold walls for this guy because we're going to start pouring silicone here pretty soon. But yeah, please enjoy your stay. We like to show off the process of behind the scenes monsters. You like monsters from TV shows, movies, all the practical effects. That's what we're here for. So we're just making sure these edges around the back of the mask are going to be nice and clean, so I don't have to do too much fancy sanding work when it's cast. All I have to do is hopefully do a simple cut and then we're good to go. Does anybody know of some really cool, like, horror or horror adjacent video game soundtracks? Because I find that I can actually listen to game soundtracks since, well, Twitch is a gaming platform for the most part. So I don't usually get in trouble for listening to gaming soundtracks. So if you've got any, like, spooky gaming soundtracks that you'd love to share, I'd love to hear them. Hello, Kaya. Welcome in. Welcome back. We are just about finished with this guy. I'm pretty excited. Well, thank you. Yeah, we're just adding the last few bits of this mold wall. And what I'm doing is basically I'm making a score on the inside of this wall so that when I cast the mask, it's pretty much like it's got a really nice edge is basically what I'm looking for. Something that I don't have to spend a lot of time sanding or making pretty. So basically I'm going to pour the silicone over here. The silicone's going to get in under that little lip. It's just by a smidge. It's going to be like the size of a toothpick around, and it'll just be like this little lip around here, and then the silicone's going to rest on here, making a nice stopping surface. So that's what we're creating, so that when I'm casting the actual face, a lot of the work will be done for me, so I don't have to do a lot of stuff after casting. So I'm doing all this work now so I can save my work later. Good. Or not good, depending on how much room you do or do not have. I'm sorry.
Yeah, actually, one of my first makeups, I actually sculpted entirely on the floor. I didn't have a desk. Well, I didn't have a desk big enough. So I just parked my butt on the floor and put the mannequin head on the floor, kind of like the way it's positioned right now, and I just started sculpting. Who needs desks? Chomp. Yui, I'm so freaking excited to paint this thing. You have no idea. I cannot wait to get my airbrush on this guy. I'm so excited. How easy is it to sculpt, like, elf slash goblin ears? It depends. uh, it depends on if they're gonna be prosthetics or if they're just gonna be something you slap on, like, a headband, or, like, it varies in difficulty, I guess. I guess the answer is, I'm sorry to say. Because if you're gonna do, like, prosthetics, then you need to do a life cast of your ear or somebody's ear. And then once you get the life cast, then you have to do a cleanup life cast. And then once that's done, then you can get to sculpting. Just for clay sculpture, relatively easy. My biggest pet peeve when I look at sculpted ears is when I see, how to explain this? When I see it looking 2D, explain. Okay, so a lot of people, when they sculpt ears, it looks like this. Like, it's an ear triangle, like an elf ear, whatever, but it looks like this. And it sticks out on the side of the person's head like this. Or here. Like that. And it's like, okay, so the silhouette this way looks great, but when the person turns their head to the side, it's this, like, flat thing. And that's not how ears work. Like, ears curve like this. That's how ears look. So, if you're gonna sculpt ears, like, what I do is, where's my scissors? I usually like a piece of plastic or a piece of paper, and I usually this is kind of the shape that I start with. So this is the top of the ear, that's the tip, and then here's where the earlobe is. And then and then I glue it to, like, a base, wherever the base of the mold is going to be. I glue it like this. So then I sculpt around it, if that makes sense. So the ear looks like an ear when you put it, say, on somebody like this. You've got that top of the ear doing that thing. You've got the lobe down there. And then the silhouette looks a lot better. See what I mean? I hope that helps. I'm very bad at words. I actually just sculpted some ears recently. Where's my bad boy? Oh, your ear's getting crushed. That's what's happening. Oh, poor thing. Okay, well, this is cast in a specific foam that regains its shape, but so this guy, it's a little kinked. So it sits like that, right? So it kind of sits more to the side. It was sitting like this, so that's why it's like trying to do this thing. But this is the silhouette of it from the front, silhouette from the side, and I did that, the thing I just described. I sculpted this when it was in clay form. I sculpted it over a piece of paper, and I just bent it and set it on. Yeah, this poor ear was sitting the wrong way, but yeah. This one's been squished too. I'm so sorry, buddy. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Happy Pi Day to you too. Yep, no worries. I put my tool down. Oh, there it is. Welcome in. Almost forgot about Pi Day. Yeah. Hey. Awesome. I like listening to this music because it makes me feel cooler than I really am. I feel like I'm just sitting here and there's nothing really happening. So I'm like, I want to at least feel epic while I'm doing it. That's why I was asking for folks if they have any favorite like horror video game soundtracks. I'd love to listen to them because I'm running out of musical ideas. Because too many soundtracks that I want to listen to are from movies, and I can't listen to those. Doom, eh? You want to switch over to Doom after this? Make a new Doom. Make a mushroom goblin? That sounds adorable. No worries. Oh no, accidentally. Alright, take care, Wicked Witch. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you.
We are ready for him to rumble, so I'm gonna set him aside. And we're gonna start on one of these here tapes. Handsome devil indeed. There's a side A and a side B to these suckers. Okay. Wonder if it's gonna... Okay, so one thing's for certain. I'm gonna see if I can get rid of... the print on there. Tapes, yes. Isopropyl alcohol, just fine. Perfect. Last thing I need is for, like, it to actually say, you know, best of 80s rock, one-hit wonders. There we go. Now all that BS off. There we go. Oh, summoning a sip. Hey, Adiel. Hope you're doing alright. Hope last night was a lot of fun. Water. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it was a blast regardless. I'm doing better. I'm doing much better. Hope you're not too hungover. Oh, you're a lucky son of a bitch. Too cool for those? I see, I see. What's the isopod for? He was something that okay, so not so long ago, some friends, me and Lichlitz, if you know Lichlitz, they do fantastic, I like to call it, or well, we like to call it creepy cute art. Like they draw like really sensual, pretty ladies, but they're also like creepy with like teeth or tentacles or bug parts and stuff like that. But they invited me to a convention with them to run a table, and I've never been to an anime convention, or at least never dealt at an anime convention before. So we shared a table there, and
you know, they're like, hey, why don't you go look around and find something that you might like? And I'm like, okay. So I was walking around and wasn't really like finding anything because I'm not really all that into anime. I watch some anime, but I'm not to the point. I don't buy fan content. I don't buy like merch a whole lot. So I was just like kind of looking around. I found some really cool artists to follow, but like nothing that made me immediately want to buy merchandise. I think the closest I got to buying any like fan content merch was somebody did these like really realistic like oil paintings of like Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender, and it was really like classical oil painting looking, and it was beautiful. But I have no room on my walls to hang it, so I never bought any. But I did come across an entire booth. It was just entirely gachapons. So just like, you know, those little things where you put your quarters in the machine and pops out a random toy or something like that. This entire gachapon booth had like not mushrooms. It had, what all was there? There little velvet like caterpillar worms. They had fish, like angler fish, like weird looking like deep sea fish. They had wasps. They had a wasp gachapon. And then they had these isopod babies, and they came all curled up like this. And so now I have my like you can tickle his little legs. But yeah, I've got my isopod baby. He's got little like antenna that come out. And he is sweetheart. Yeah, there was like a crap ton of them. So I have this guy, I have this one, an albino one. It's more shy. I have, where's my traveling one. He's just a little baby. And then, last but not least, my praying mantis son. This one's really cool. I love this one so much. So not only are the legs articulated, the tail has like articulated sections. Like these are all articulated. This torso is articulated. His arms are articulated. And he even has the little fingies. He's even got the little like digit on the side here so he can reach out. He's so good, and his head articulates, and I don't know if I can get you guys to see, but he's got like the light is not gonna help my case, but he's got the little like pupil inside there. So no matter what angle you're looking at, he's looking at you. Don't show whimsy. So yeah, you got these little digits there, and he can put his clawsies back. And he can go back to his praying position. Yes. But yeah, these move. All these move. And it actually like has about the same weight as one too. So it's kind of hefty. But yeah, he sits on my desk too. Good baby. So yeah, I got all those babies because like it was bugs. There was bugs and fish and frogs and all kinds of stuff. And it was a fun time. And it was the only thing I bought. Oh, and Shifty Thrifting, no, not Shifty Thrifting, but I was talking to you. There was an artist there that I've been wanting to get her artwork for a really long time because she does these like chubby, like cutesy, like adorable, like goth